The situation in Sri Lanka is quite serious. I think our viewers would know that sometime in March 2000 of this year, the Sri Lankan government passed a directive through the Health Committee that anyone who dies from COVID, irrespective of what their background, should be cremated. Now, of course, this goes against the principle of people of Abrahamic faiths, which of course include Muslims, Christians and Jews, where we are being directed that when our dead bodies should be buried. Now, this has never happened in any part of the world. Sri Lanka is the only country in the world who has imposed this directive. And this is mandatory, where until now, until yesterday, more than 103 Muslims have been cremated, which included a 20-day-old baby whose parents were tested negative. So it's not all people who suffer from COVID, also those who suspected of COVID. Now, of course, this is against the basic human rights of an individual and a community. It goes against the international conventions of the UN, the European conventions, every convention around the world, where the respect for religion and religious sensitivities and respect for religion is paramount. First of all, it's confirmed that there's no medical evidence, scientific evidence to confirm what the government is saying, right? The senior virologists in Sri Lanka have provided evidence to negate that sort of understanding. So it is confirmed that this is nothing to do with science, health or at all. It's purely a political measure. A political measure where a collective punishment is given to the Muslim community for political reasons, and this is unacceptable. So of course all the various human rights agencies around the world have condemned the action of the Sri Lankan government after failing from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court rejected it. They did not even provide the evidence, the reasoning behind rejection. So then, of course, the Muslim community, particularly in the United Kingdom, where the Muslim Council of Britain, the umbrella body of Muslim organization, has set up a special task force under our Assistant Secretary General, Zahra Mohammed, and inshallah, we have now launched this major campaign. So our campaign is on three fronts. One, we want to bring awareness to the international community. Sadly, not all members of the international community are aware of it. We've been in touch with more than 20 countries, with different heads of states, government departments, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they are all starting to put pressure on the Sri Lankan government that what it is doing, it is unjust, unfair and illegal under the international law. So that's one action which we are doing. We hope Turkey in particular, we are in touch with the office of President Erdogan, who has conveyed his full support, but we hope that there will be direct communication with his counterpart where they can urge that this thing should be stopped. Also the OIC, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation of 56 member states, has also issued a statement, but so far nothing has been heard about it. Our foreign ministry in the UK, our foreign minister has written to the counterpart and also expressed their concern that this is in breach. We have offered even personnel, the scientific personnel, the evidence that there is no such concern about the virus being spreading from dead bodies into the earth, into the water stream. So then, after all this action, we have also embarked on a very important international legal action through the UN Commission of Human Rights, where a formal complaint is being launched. And we believe that this will be a very powerful message to the Sri Lankan government that the Muslim communities around the world, and I mean around the world, we have had support from South Africa, Botswana, Malawi, Australia, New Zealand, Malaysia. All these countries have come on board. Indonesia, all of these are now supporting us and given us the fullest confidence that this measures against the Sri Lankan government should be taken. So I think it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. The sense will prevail. And we do not want this dangerous precedent to be established by Sri Lanka. So this cannot be tolerated. It's a dangerous action which has to be stopped. And I'm confident that inshallah wa ta'ala, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this injustice will be stopped straight away. And that our brothers and sisters in Sri Lanka people who die from COVID or suspected of COVID, will be buried in a decent burial way, where there is a right that we should not desecrate, we should not commit an act of sacrilege against the bodies that have died from COVID. Now this incites Islamophobia, it incites hatred against a community, very irresponsible statement which should have been condemned by the Sri Lankan government, and there is no basis of that.